Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am now with Tiny Heads and today's video is gonna be about the games we wish we played more. The first game that I have on my list is actually Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. I remember when this game came out. You know, I actually played this game in the beta phase of this game, actually. Yes. What do you remember about the beta?
I really liked the beta. I thought it was going to be really good. And I remember, the thing I remember most, which is kind of weird, you know, and I think it's still like that in the live game, but on the beta, you know, the beginning of the game when you're in like the hell
Yeah,
place.
the hell place.
And like the old guy who like guides you, the guy who's like telling you where you have to go.
Yeah, with the hat.
Yeah. That's someone's famous voice. I think it's like the Dumbledore from Harry Potter. I remember that really well in the beta. I was like, what the fuck is Dumbledore's voice? Or I think it's Dumbledore. It's somebody famous. I think it's him anyway. And then like when you play the live game later, that was still his voice, but then when you go out into the world, he's there again and it's a completely different voice. And I was like, that's a beta thing. Hashtag just beta things.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
I noticed that. That's the thing. That's the one thing I remember really well from the beta for some reason.
I was thinking about this game, and actually I purchased it on Steam when it was on sale on Steam. It's been several times on sale on Steam, so I mean everyone has it right now.
Yeah, it comes on sale.
So yeah, but my computer didn't run it properly. Yours probably
Mine
did.
did,
Yeah, of course. Because
And I still didn't play because this is on my list too.
Okay, yeah. So you know, it didn't run properly. So that was basically like the first reason why I didn't play this game. Very much. I no longer have any excuses because I bought it again on PS4.
Alright.
And PS4 runs it perfectly because it was sort of made for that sort of thing. It is a game that I really wanna go deep into.
Yeah.
Like the lore and the places, and you know, it's Tamriel. Even though it's not Bethesda's own Tamriel, it is another take on Tamriel.
It's Bethesda's original story, but like, I mean, obviously they had to make up some new things. But all the like history stuff that you can like, if you read books in like Oblivion or Skyrim or Morrowind, you can read about some of the history that's like current events, sort of, in Elder Scrolls Online, which is kind of neat, I guess. But it's like, it's not the story that you're used to from Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim.
And since we come from being fans from Morrowind and up, super hardcore fans of Morrowind, Oblivion, especially you with Oblivion, and especially Skyrim with both of them.
As I said, I forgot.
She has the maps framed up on her wall even, and you know, so actually we should play this game, actually both of us, because this is an MMO, we could play it together even.
So why don't you play it?
Why don't I play it? I feel like it is gonna be really time consuming, and I think also that I'm running around alone because whenever I log on, I don't know anyone playing this game. I can't play it on PC. You play it on. You should play it on PC because you have it on PC. But you know, my PC is not really strong enough. Maybe when I get a new PC. Support me on Patreon. Then maybe we could play this game together. But
I think that's kind of one of the reasons I don't play it enough, because like I really want to like it, and it seems like a really good game, but I don't understand why it's an MMO. Do you know what I mean? Because like when you go into it, when you play it, and you see other people, like you're in the city, and like you know, when MMO people are just like running past, and you're just like, oh, there's a player. But it's kind of like, to be fair, I haven't gotten to like max level or whatever in the game because I always give up. But like, there never seems to be a reason to interact with other players.
Yeah, like dungeons.
Yeah, there's no like, there are dungeons, but you're not like forced to do them, and there's no like reason. It doesn't seem that there's a reason to do them, so it's just kind of like,
yeah, you can survive on your own.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, why is this game multiplayer?
But it is anyways a game that we feel ashamed of not having played more.
Yep, definitely.
Next game is your choice.
My choice, yeah. Well, I put Don't Starve Together right at the top of the list, because like, but the reason I don't play this game, the only reason I don't play this game, is because nobody wants to play it with me.
I don't want to play it with you.
I know, nobody wants to, and it's so sad, because Don't Starve Together is such a good game, and I love it, but nobody wants to play it. It's really the thing.
Can you explain the gameplay?
It's like a survival multiplayer game kind of thing. It's like, you probably like the graphics. I think I told you at some point that you should play it, well that was probably because nobody else would play it with me. But it's like really cute. You have to like go around and like gather wood and like stuff, and like at night it goes completely dark, so you have to like make a light source, like a bonfire or like a torch or whatever, because if you go in the dark you die. and like
You go in the dark and you die.
because at night it turns completely, your screen turns completely black if you don't have a torch or a like fire pit or anything. So
but
it's
you
like,
die from darkness.
yeah, there's like a creature in the darkness called Charlie that comes and eats you. It's a survival game, so it's like there's monsters and like there are dog attacks and like, you know, there are big monsters that are very scary. And like every season is different because it goes like spring, summer, autumn. Like each season has a different problem you have to solve. Like, you know, in spring it rains and then the summer gets really hot, and in the autumn there's not really any problems because it's the season you start in, and then the winter is really cold and you have to like prepare for each season differently kind of thing.
So the question is, why don't you play it more, and why do you want to play it more?
Because you have to play it, well, you can play it alone, but it's not as much fun alone. And I want to like make a world, because it counts like the amount of days, because if everybody dies, like if everybody like freezes or like if everybody stops living, they all like stops being alive, then like the game ends. Like you have to start over. Then like the world ends, you have to start all over again. And like it counts days, like how many days you've been alive. You're like on day 150 or whatever.
So why haven't you played it more?
Because people don't want to play it. I've played it with like Patrick, and I played it with like some other people on the internet, and it's like people play it like 1 year. They play like autumn, winter, spring, summer.
Yeah, and you want to explore
I want to continue.
the end game content,
there
and you
isn't
need
any.
people to
It just
do that.
continues. You just endlessly continue, and it's just like you have to endlessly do the same thing over
Okay,
and
so
over
there's
again.
actually a really pretty decent reason for you not playing it.
I just want to get
as
to
much
like
as-
day 2000 or something, but nobody has the patience to do it. Everyone's like, no, this game gets boring.
I see. So my next game that I wish I played more is actually Witcher 3. And that is because it is a massive RPG game that everyone is praising to the gods, including Ishaman, and he's like, sometimes when I am like, I don't know when I'm gonna play, and he's like, play Witcher 3, god damn it, you you know, I'm just kidding. But it's like, it's so hard, you know, it's not a sort of game you sit down with for 10 minutes.
No.
You have to dedicate many hours.
Yeah. I played Witcher 3 quite a lot, actually. I'm satisfied with the amount of Witcher 3 that I've played.
But it is that sort of game that it's craving a lot of hours out of you when you first sit down with it. And I don't often have a bunch of hours to burn now that I have so much other games that I need to review, and you know, so many channels.
Why don't you just make a Witcher 3 review? Boom. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ka-ching! Anyways, it's on my list for a reason, and that is I wish I played it more. And I should. And someday, eventually, I think I will. So your next game that you mentioned
Is Fallout.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Why don't you play Fallout?
Because I don't like Fallout 4. And I wish I did.
Why do you want to play it more then?
Because I wish I liked it. Because it's basically just, you know.
I don't understand how you
I don't understand either why I don't like
loved it. I devoured that game. I ate that game.
I know.
I sucked the soul out of that game.
You sucked it. Okay, I played a lot, like I played Fallout New Vegas so much.
I know you
like,
did.
a ridiculous amount. And Fallout 3 quite a lot, not as much as Fallout New Vegas, but like, I feel like I should like Fallout 4. The
Yeah,
graphics are
you
good,
should.
and like, it's funny, like the dialogue and like all the people, and like, it seems like a decent story, and like you have guns and you can do stuff. It seems like a really good game, but whenever I play it, I'm just kind of like, eh.
I don't understand.
I don't understand
it is,
either.
I think the reason may be the same reason as with Witcher 3. It is gonna suck a bunch of hours out of you.
Yeah, but
It's
I have a bunch of hours.
Yes.
But every time I play it, I'm just like, no, I don't like play. I just don't enjoy it. It's just not fun, and I don't know why.
You know, actually, I think you've played it too little to have
I played it a lot of hours.
Really.
I've actually played it quite a lot of hours. If you look on my Steam.
Did you get to the city?
No, but that's the thing, because I don't get very far in the game before I get bored. That's the thing. That's like, I get to like the base building and like the first town and like, you know, the giant thingy and whatever, and you like, I've been around in the wilderness a bit. But at that point, I'm just kind of like, I'm not enjoying this.
Okay, next game. My next game on my list is actually Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn.
Is that the MMO?
Yeah. And I actually played it a bunch though. I have it on PS3, PS4, PC, I have it everywhere. I have the DLCs, like Stormblood I think it was. And you know, I played it a bunch, I was max level, I did a bunch of dungeons. But you know, I feel like I'm not done. But it is subscription based, and I hate that. Hate it being subscription based. And the thing is, I had some a select few internet randoms that I played with, and I was even in a guild at some point, but now that is probably all dead and gone. But I think I just wished someone that I cared about played it, so that I could play it together with someone. You
asked me to play it, and I don't like Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
so
you know that
camaraderie.
Yeah, the camaraderie of like playing an MMO with someone.
Yeah.
And looking forward to it.
I know,
every day,
that's what I'm gonna do when you leave.
Your next game.
Well, Subnautica. Do you know what Subnautica is?
Yes.
It's like, I really like Subnautica, but I'm so terrified of deep water that I can't finish.
Why the fuck do you like it?
Because it's so pretty, it's so nice, it's really, and the story is really interesting. There's this giant spaceship thing that like crashes on this planet that's just water. The entire planet is just water, and you're the only survivor of this like giant spaceship. You see it, it's like crashed in the sea next to your little escape pod, and like you have to find a way to survive in the water. But it's not really just a survival game because there's a giant story. You have to find a way to like send a message to like the rest of your people or whatever. And then in the water there's like monsters and stuff, and like you have to gather materials to like build like things so you can go faster in the water and whatever. And there are all these like islands with like alien shit, and it's really like complicated. There's like a whole story, like the planet, and like.
And you have not explored the story.
No, and I don't know what the entire story is, because at some point you get, because in the beginning you're like in like the shallows, it's like SpongeBob SquarePants, and it's like little corals and like seaweed, and it's really like peaceful and shit, and then like suddenly it just like, the water just like, it's just like ridiculously deep, and I can't handle it. It scares me. I'm just like, I'm scared of deep water, so I'm just like...
But you're probably really excited about how the story progresses.
Yeah, I want to know, because I haven't looked it up. I haven't looked up the spoilers. I don't know how the game ends, because I'm too scared to go on the
And you don't know what's in the deepest oceans and stuff like that.
Well, I know, exactly. That's why I'm scared.
Yeah, and you want to explore that. So why are you putting that off? Because you're scared of it.
Because I'm scared of it. And I want somebody, I've tried to find, like, because it's hard to find somebody
Is it multiplayer?
No.
Okay.
But it's hard to, I want to see someone play it then. Like, if I'm not going to play it myself, I want to watch a playthrough. But I want to watch a playthrough of somebody who's never played it before.
Maybe I can do it.
And somebody who's like finishes the entire game, because that never happens. There's somebody, like, I've tried to find like on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, but it's always people who either played it before, like in the beta or whatever, or have played it before. This like their second playthrough. But I want to see somebody who's totally fresh, who like gets all the shock out of like seeing all the new stuff. And it's just kind of like, it's not happening. And
yeah, I see. Oh my god.
That's a problem.
The last game on my list is a game that nobody knows about or have heard about because it's really niche. And that is Cyber Dimension Neptunia for Goddesses Online, which is actually not an online game. I mean, you can play it online, but that is only with friend codes and only 3 people at a time, which I haven't. Anyways.
So because you don't have 3 friends?
Because I don't have 3 friends that has that game.
Don't have 3 friends, period.
Yeah, period. But it is the only Neptunia game that I haven't beaten. And that is the only reason why I want to play it more. Because I haven't beaten it. The story, you know, the main story and shit. Haven't beaten it. But I want to, because I have this thing that I want to beat every Hyperdimension Neptunia game in the world. And I have all of them except that one. And why am I putting it off? Because too many games.
So it seems to be a recurring problem.
Yeah, but have you seen my games collection?
Yeah, I know.
I play my games. I don't collect, I play games. So, you know, everything needs to be played. So your last one?
My last one's Skyrim on the Switch.
Yeah. Because
I've only played 5 hours of Skyrim on the Switch.
Yeah, why did you buy it?
Because it's such a good game.
I know. You have played Skyrim maybe over 1,000 hours in your life combined across all save files and systems.
Yeah.
But you have it on the Switch, and actually you can bed game.
Yeah.
Do you realize how I felt when I played Skyrim in bed for the first time?
I know, and I felt like that for the first 5 hours.
That was so amazing. I was like, Ircha, man, oh my god, this is so amazing. Now I'm shouting from the bed. It's so amazing! But it's so surreal, this game that you've loved for so many years is actually in your hands. It was a dream come true. It was mind freaking blowing, and I've been playing it in bed. I've been in bed for 130 hours. Yeah. So
I don't know, because it's not that I don't like it on console. It's not that I don't like it on the Switch. I like it, and I like the little Switch screen.
It.
I love it, but it's like I don't know. I just haven't played it more. And I don't have a good reason. Like I should play it.
You can't try to find a reason.
I don't have a reason.
World of Warcraft?
No, not even because it's in bed. Obviously, I go to bed and play like Rayman Legends on my Switch.
Yeah, because you play World of Warcraft here in the living room, and then you're like, oh, I'm tired, I want to go to bed. And then you go to bed, and then you continue gaming there. Yeah, I do that too, same.
But for some reason, I haven't played Skyrim, and I should play it more.
Actually, you should do that tonight. So, what are some of the games that you wish you had played more or want to play more? And what are the reasons that you're putting them off? So we want to know your answers and your guilty games? Guilty for not playing.
What games you feel bad you haven't played more?
Yes, your guilty games. What are they? Let us know down in the comments. If you're new to my channel, you should definitely subscribe. We do a lot of stuff on here. Definitely, that's for sure. So, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you later! Bye!